Okay, you're welcome everyone. How are we doing today? Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance. So let's have a good conversation today concerning investing in agriculture. So as you can see the topic, I'll be focusing more on Nigerians who are in the diaspora, but it's not limited to only them. Anyone who is coming into agriculture is still exposed to the same mistakes. It's only obvious that many of our diaspora make these mistakes the more. And one of the reasons why I'm also making this video because they have reached out to me countless times, and some of them have made a lot of investment in agriculture. They have lost money. They are unhappy with the sector. In fact, many have given up and say, "I will not invest again," because if you look at it critically, they are still doing okay where they are currently. So trying to invest back in Africa is just their way of saying, okay, let me contribute back to the economically growth of my country and also create jobs. So nobody will be willing to just keep putting money in a hole or investing money in a project or a business that is not bringing profit. And this has been something of great concern because the truth of the matter is that we need, go and sit down, go and sit down. So the matter is that we need people to invest in agriculture. And I've also seen that Nigerians who are based abroad have access to capital more than Nigerians who are based in Nigeria. So many times we need them to invest in Africa. We need them to invest in Africa. So if they come to invest in Africa and they lose the money that they have invested, it kind of discourage them to say, okay, don't come back or don't invest again in Africa. It's not just agriculture, many other sectors. People have also invested in different sectors while they are abroad and they are failed. And this is not limited to Nigerians alone. So Ghanaians are also affected by this. People from Cameroon, people from Kenya, people from Rwanda. In fact, the whole African continent, because bulk of our people who are based in the diaspora, I don't know why, but they just have passion for agriculture. Bulk of them, when they come, their first investment plan is agriculture. So when they come, they say, okay, I want to put money in agriculture, and they lose that money. It's discouraging. So I want us to have a conversation around that. I've made a detailed video on that. In fact, the video took me a lot of time, almost 43 minutes long. And I believe that many Nigerians, or let me say Africans, who are based in the diaspora that are looking at investing in agriculture, that video is going to help them a lot because they will make investment decisions based on proper figures and not just okay. I want to just no. The investment will be done according to knowledge. So I don't know who is speaking here. Say machine say stop it. I don't know what he meant by that. But if we are going to be realistic with ourselves, we need to design a system or tell ourselves the truth that if you're not based in Africa and you want to invest in agriculture, there is a way you should approach the business that will bring profit for you. That is what I want us to discuss today. You get. So we are looking at. I've made a video on that. You can start my channel and watch the video. But I decided to also have this conversation again so we can have understanding. Investing in agriculture when you are not at home. So we are going to look at some of the mistakes that people do when they want to invest in agriculture when they are not based home. So, like I say, it's not just limited to Nigerians. Someone is asking, are you a farmer? My channel will answer that question for you. Just calm down, go and check my channel, watch all my videos. You will see that I'm a farmer. So the answer is here for you. Don't be offended. So I've been able to highlight it or to bring out 5 reasons why many diasporans who want to invest in Africa or in Nigeria, their project fail. So that is what we'll be discussing today, being Christmas Eve. So happy Christmas to everyone who is watching me. Let me know where you're watching me from. Let me know where you're watching from. I'm also trying to. Okay, okay, Cross River. That's fine. India. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. How is Cross River doing today? How are you guys preparing for Christmas over there? And also my Indian friend. How you doing? Okay, great. That's fantastic. So we're not wasting much time today. I also want to be able to throw more light to all my community members here who are interested in investing in agriculture. Okay, thank you so much. Who are interested in investing in agriculture to invest wisely. Hi, welcome everyone. Let me know where you're watching. We are discussing investing in agriculture, the best way or the best approach. The best approach. Um, the best approach. So you're not based in Nigeria, you're based abroad. You're not based in Africa, you're based outside of our continent, and you want to invest home. And especially you want to invest in agriculture. I want us to look at this kind of steps you should take or the kind of mindset you should have so you can invest rightly. Now, I don't know about other sectors. We have real estate, we have oil and gas, we have telecommunication, we have energy, different sectors. So all those sectors have their own issues. But I'm going to focus mainly on agriculture because that is my sector and that is where I will be able to answer some of the questions correctly. So without wasting much of our time, let's look at some of the 5 reasons why Africans and Nigerians in the diaspora, when they want to invest in agriculture, they fail. And like I say, this is double down to Nigerians who are based in Nigeria. So let's assume you're based in Lagos, and you want to invest in Enugu, or you want to invest in Benue State. It therefore means you're already working there. Okay, Ishak is watching me from the US. Welcome. So definitely you are looking at, okay, since I'm not there where my fan is, how can I invest in that project? And how can that project make me money? So especially my goal is mainly for our diaspora people, right? But like I say, everyone can learn from it. Like the person we have in the US now. So let's assume he or she want to invest in agriculture. These are the five mistakes many people do that they lose money in agriculture. The first one is starting too big. Many diasporans, when they want to invest in agriculture, they start so large. So the person have access to funding. And because of what we call power of currency, your £1,000. Okay, so let's go. It's not time for questions now. That one will distract me. Let me just flow with what is here. So you want to invest in agriculture and you have done your market research. Many times, the places where you source this information is YouTube and maybe Google search. So you want to invest in poultry farming. So you watch random videos. Some of the videos are these people interview guys and they give them those information. You have used that information to invest in agriculture. You have used that information to say, okay, let me invest the $10,000 I have or the $20,000 I have inside the farming. And at the end of the day, that $10,000, maybe to you it might be small, but coming back to Africa is very big, and you end up losing money. Once sit down, you end up losing that money because you started too big. You have never done poultry farming before, so it makes no sense for you to start with 50,000 birds because you're calculating if I have 50,000 birds and I'm selling, uh, go and sit down, and I'm selling 10 crates or 1,000 crates every day. This is how much I'm making. Now, that your approach from day one is wrong. You need to understand the business. There's what we call pilot phase. I work with one Indian company. So the company is into selling of vegetable seeds. What we do when I was working with the company is that they will give us vegetable seeds to sell to farmers in northern Nigeria, vegetable farmers. So anytime we approach these people, they don't want to buy the seeds because the seeds were costly, hybrid seed. You can see a sachet of seed of this size, and they will tell you 50,000. Now, a poor, or let me say a pleasant smallholder farmer cannot afford to invest, say, $30 on seed, one small quantity, which means if he needs seeds to cover 1 hectare, he will be spending more than $1,000. They will not buy. So the approach the company used that time was to go to those communities, get land in those communities, and plant the vegetable seeds there. When they plant the vegetable seed there, we monitor the project with the farmers. They are seeing it. We invest, we buy their own seed with our hybrid seed. We plant it on one space. And then at the end of the day, we harvest it. They will see that this same hybrid and their local seed were planted on the same land at the same time. But the result for the hybrid is bigger than what they are doing. That will be when they will now say, okay, we can pay money for the seed. So why am I saying this? We call that process pilot phase. Many Nigerians in the diaspora, when they want to invest in agriculture, they don't try pilot phase. They just come big one time. There is no, um, how do I put it now? It's not bad that you want to invest big in agriculture. Personally, based on the experience I have in agriculture and how long I've been doing it, I don't like small projects. For someone coming to tell me I want to start with 1,000 verse, many times it looks so irritating to me because 1,000 verse does not add up to anything. But for someone who has never done it, it's big. So that person can start with 1,000, monitor the project, and increase it gradually. So you have the money. So you have budgeted, say, 700 million or 300 million for the project. Why not invest in phases? Dangote that we are seeing now, his refinery in Lagos, he's still upgrading the capacity. And he's telling you that by 2028, will be the biggest in the whole world. Why didn't they start as the biggest from day one? It doesn't make sense. They need to start the project first, monitor the output, see how the work is going before they can look at, okay, let's invest more. So that is how you should be approaching agriculture too. Start small. Don't go and do 50 hectares of cassava when you have never planted 1 hectare before. It doesn't make sense. Planting 1 hectare, nobody will flog you for planting 1 hectare. But that 1 hectare will help you to understand how that business is being done. So if you can hear me, please drop a comment. Let me know that you can hear me so that we know I'm not speaking to myself. If you can hear me, let me know in the comment section that you can hear me, please. Okay, great. Great. So it doesn't make sense for you to start so big. Start small because you're working with people, you're working with money, so many things. So many times it's better for you to start small. So in the video I posted, I gave an example of someone who want to start a 50,000 capacity layers farm. And I told him that it's a nice idea, but we are going to break it down in phases. So phase one, we are starting with 5,000 birds. Nobody will flog the man. Uh, as old as you are in UK, you have plenty money. Why are you stocking only 5,000 birds? No, it's nobody's business. So you can start with 5,000 capacity, but the goal is 50,000 capacity. So we are going to bring in the best in batches. He will monitor the project by himself, not just that someone told him that if you keep best, you make plenty money, or cassava will give you plenty money, or rice processing will give you plenty money. No, let him see the money. Let him see what the farm is producing, whether it's worth it. That is the best approach. And many beginners, they jump this process. So they start too big. That is why if you go about in Nigeria or Africa, you will see a lot of idle projects, factories that are not functioning. If you ask, they will tell you the owner of this farm is in UK. It is not the person's, let me say, planning or will to come and invest, and then the farm is not functional. No, but the mistake was that the person started too large. So if you're watching this video, you're based in the diaspora, you're looking at investing in agriculture, you want to be making good return as a beginner, you have never done it before, don't start too big. Start small. Start small as possible. Now, when I say start small, it's depending on you, right? But if I'm the one consulting for you, I will check and tell you, like now, 50,000 birds. I say, let's do 5K. 5,000 birds, not more. Feeding the 5,000 birds is not easy. Getting staff who will manage the 5,000 birds is not easy. No matter the amount of money you have, it will shake you if you have never done it before. Sometimes you will hear requests from the fan, you will get angry. For some of you who are watching this thing and you have made that mistake before, you know what I'm saying. Every day they are calling you. This one happen. This one finish. This one need this. They are requesting money from you. For a long time, you are the one pushing money into the project. And that was not your reason of going into the business. You went into the business so that you could make money to be able to pay some bills. Now the business is taking from you every day. And as a beginner, you will be offended, but it's normal thing. Some of us who are farmers, who are practicing every day, we know that when you start a project, you will not start making profit from day one. So it will take time, or for a long time, you will be the one feeding that project. So if you are not there, And I keep calling you on phone every day. Uncle, send $500, and send 600, and send $1,000. You'll be frustrated. So start small so you can manage. No matter the volume of money you have, there's no crime in starting small. You can expand the project as we progress. Now, the second reason why many Nigerians in the diaspora, or let me say African, fail in agriculture is that they don't conduct market survey. So they invest in agriculture based on passion. I've explained in the video I uploaded, my recent video. I say, look, when you want to invest in agriculture or any business, keep emotion aside and invest in market survey. Now, recently, it has been a booming business here in Nigeria where many Nigerians are traveling. They go to China to go and source for equipment. They go to China to go and look for machines, clothing, fairly used gadgets. They want to bring it back to come and sell to Nigeria. Before they do that, maybe they will invest money and just travel to China and go and spend time there. Move to one market, one factory, speak with them, understand their language. Why that is called market survey. And that person pay flight, paid for hotel, is feeding himself in China, and might stay there for 1 week. Why are they doing that? Because it doesn't make sense for you not to conduct a market survey and invest money in agriculture. And this is what many Nigerians do. Those of them that are in the diaspora, because honestly, you don't have the time to come to Nigeria and then start checking. But you have to employ an expert to conduct that market research for you. So let's assume you want to invest in poultry farming. And in your community, if you set up a 50,000 capacity layer farm, you will not be able to sell all the eggs. Or in your community, if you set up a if you set up a fish farm, those people in your community will not be able to buy fish. They can easily go to the river and harvest fish and come and eat. They can eat a bush rat, so they will not even eat the pigs that you're going to stock. But if you move that farm to a bigger city, people there are willing to buy. So this is what is called market survey. First, you need to check the market. How big is the market size. When you understand the market size, you understand the customers you want to serve. It's not everybody. So because you hear that we have about 220 million Nigerians and over 7 million of them cannot afford to eat food per day, that does not guarantee you that if you set up a farm, all of them will come and buy the food for you. You will not be able to serve even your community alone. I was watching a video on YouTube there. I saw a Ghanaian, he was lamenting that poultry farmers in Ghana are crying that they have eggs and there are no buyers. So I was in Ghana this year around July. While I was in Ghana, I noticed that not many people there have money. Not like they are poor people, but just like Nigeria. When I watched that video, I said inside my heart, this one that you're complaining that poultry farmers say no buyer of eggs. Does that mean everybody in Ghana is now eating egg? No. Majority still can afford to buy that egg that is everywhere. They cannot. Because they will check one egg. I need to pay, is it 3 cedi? I can't remember how much is one egg. But I remember I bought egg in Ghana while I was there. But I can't remember. But you see 5 cedi, 10 cedi is big money for an average Ghanaian. Similar thing to Nigeria. If you sell a crate of egg for 1,000, many Nigerians still will not be able to afford to buy that crate of egg. So if you set up your own farm in your community and you don't check the purchasing power of your customers or your target market, that project will not make profit for you. It will fail. So before you invest in any agricultural project, conduct a market survey. Don't invest in snail farming because you love snail. No, except you don't want to make profit. But if you want to make profit, be coming into snail farming because Snail farming is profitable and you have identified the market. Be coming to snail farming because you based in UK or based in Canada, you want to be bringing your snail to come and distribute to all the African store in Canada. Then it makes sense to me. It therefore means that farm can be in your village, but they are not your target market. That does not mean you will not sell to them, but they are not your target market. And you're not investing because you love snail. You're investing because you have seen that in UK, in Canada, people love snail. And many times they can't even find it. So you want to cover a market. It's not about passion. I have passion for poultry. Do you get? But if I'm investing in poultry, I will check layers and broilers. Which one can I serve? I'll go for the one that I can easily serve. So you too, I'm encouraging you. If you have never done agricultural investment and you want to try it, don't come into agriculture and invest money because you have passion for the project. No, look at profit making first. Profit making. So conduct a market survey. Look at the project you want to go into. What is the best weather? What is the best soil? When is the best season? Check all those things. That those things should be what will guarantee you or push you into committing your $1 to any project. Another third mistake or third reason why many diaspora fail in agriculture is that they are poor at marketing and distribution. I've said that in my video too. I say, look, if you cannot conduct or if you cannot invest money in marketing, you have no business investing in agriculture. You'll be wondering that okay, everybody need a rice, so why should I market? You have to, because there is competition. There is competition for who to buy from or who to supply to. So like this my person now say palm oil business and plantation is on my agenda. So why are those two on your agenda? And what will be your marketing plan when your plantain is ready? The palm oil you want to invest money into, how do you intend to market it? And then how do you intend to distribute? I have many people in the diaspora, they will reach out to me and tell me, I invested in palm oil. I have palm oil in Warri. Can you help me to sell in Kano? So once they tell me that, I know that okay, this person he had the money, so he invested in oil processing, but he did not calculate if I produce this oil, knowing fully well that my market is not Warri, how can I move it to my market in northern Nigeria? At what cost? It's only when you do that calculation that you can know and you can invest properly. So if you're coming into agriculture, conduct a good market research, invest money in marketing. Adashina is watching me from the UK. You're welcome. I know you're interested in investing in agriculture. That's why you're watching me. Funke, thank you so much for joining. Happy Christmas. How is UK? How is everything there? So invest money in marketing, social media marketing, billboard marketing, radio advert, television. See, you need to make a lot of noise about your business for you to be able to get a good market for it. If you don't do that, you just invested $50,000 in your village and then you hope that the product will sell by themselves. No, you are the one to market it. So that is the third reason or the third approach that if you use or ignore, you fail in agriculture. The fourth one is that many Nigerians in the diaspora they take agricultural projects to be community empowerment or development plan. Why am I saying this? So why am I saying this? They feel that okay, um, my community, there is no company that is processing gari, and we have a lot of cassava farmers in my community. So what I can do is to set up a gari processing factory in my community so that people can use it. Make no. Don't be looking at your project as community empowerment. Be looking at profit making. If you want to help your community, make profit from business and help your community. I've seen that we have a lot of questions, so I'll be taking questions shortly. And the fifth reason why many diaspora fail in agriculture is poor management. You don't have a good management team. So it does not mean even if we invest 1 million US dollars, the project will fail. So you need to first invest money in the management team. And that was the reason why I say number one, start small. Don't start too big. When you start small, you also test the loyalty of your staff, the loyalty of that your in-law. When you start small, you test the loyalty of many people. And it will help you to decide whether you continue the project or not. Because some people can be very loyal, very good, until you send them $10,000. They will start misbehaving. So if you start small, because business is profit and loss, and they can't keep on the business, you give up, you leave the project. Maybe until you're back in Africa, then you can handle your project by yourself. So I believe I've been able to answer some of the questions and try as much as possible. And today is Christmas, so people will need to do Christmas for me. Yeah. So you can go ahead and watch. The video is very extensive, 42 minutes plus. I've explained in detail. You can't find the kind of video I've made for you concerning this business or this topic anywhere on YouTube. I'm the only guy that have sat down to break this thing down for you. So check my channel, check video, my last video, you can see it there. So now I will take some questions because I see that I have a lot of my diaspora community are here. So I will attend to one or two questions so that we'll all be at the same page. So Femi say, good evening from US. I got 35 acres of farmland in Oshu State right now with cocoa, palm tree, cashew tree, cassava and poultry, piggery, and I'm also processing garri now and livestock feed. Ha! Oga Femi, why are you doing everything? Boss Femi, please help me to understand. Why are you doing everything? Is it profitable? Are you making profit? Update us, please. I want to understand something because you're doing cocoa, you're doing cashew, you're doing cassava, you're doing poultry, you're doing piggery, and now you're adding livestock feed. How are you making it? I want to know how are you making profit from that project? Is it profitable? Okay, Mr. Emmanuel. Mr. Emmanuel said, do you have a guide, financial projection for agricultural businesses that could guide on requirement and planning phase? Yes. Okay, so Oga Emmanuel, I have the financial projection goes for a fee of normally it's 250,000, but I can give you for 75,000. So I'll make a separate video. You know what? In my other video, I spoke about livestock feed production. That I'm going to drop a detailed video on livestock feed, how much you need to invest, how much you can make for the project. So that video will be up tomorrow morning by God grace. So you will need to check the video so you can get the financial projection. Or you can reach out to me on WhatsApp so you can get it. So Gafemi said I just started this year. So Gafemi, this is another issue that I have with that statement that you're making now. You say the feed is just for your poultry and your piggery. You're not selling. So what that means is that your meal, once you're not processing for yourself, what happens to the meal? It will be dormant. Oh, congrats. It's not easy for your layers to start laying egg. But honestly, Ogafemi, let me be frank with you. I would advise you to slow down. Don't rush it. This is your first year, but why not focus and build your layer farm to profitability first before you add other things? Or if maybe let's assume you already have piggery and poultry. Why not focus on them alone? Build them, build them. Let the farm be profitable by itself. Then you can start investing in other areas. Honestly, I don't like the fact that you did so much. I'm not happy with it because if only you conserve energy, resources, and invest that money in poultry, you'll be making nothing less than 4 to 5 million naira per month on that farm. I don't know how many capacity anyway. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad to produce feed for yourself. It's not a bad idea, but just don't just do it too much. Take the project gradually, start making profits, and then you keep adding. Yes, the price of feed has dropped drastically. So now it's time for question. All my diaspora community, I believe we are more here. Even if you're in Nigeria, based in Nigeria, and you have any question, let's discuss. Today is let's have our Christmas conversation here. Anybody that want to send me Christmas gift, ask for my dollar account. Oh. I'm kidding. So if you have a question, you can ask. And like I said, you need to go search this channel and watch the video that I've explained in detail. No, Gafemi, you did well. I wish you good luck on your project. And I pray that God should give you good staff who can manage the project well for you. It's not a bad investment that you have done. My only challenge is, or my only advice is that don't take it too much. Slow, slow. Let it grow gradually. Do you have, how do you employ a trustworthy farm manager? Hmm. Yeah, that's it. Once you have good workers, there is so much you can do. Oga Prince, you're welcome. Good evening. Where are you joining me from? Oga Prince, happy Christmas and New Year in advance. Whoa, Oga Femi has total of 15 staff. You be boss, oh. Abeg employ me. Oga Femi, I'm looking for a job, oh. Employ me. Okay, you're joining me from Holland. Holland, you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you so much, Oga Femi. See, I love people who invest in agriculture. That is the truth. I love agriculture. So when I see people coming into agriculture, that is why I share my mistakes, I share my success, I share all the foolish thing I've done on my channel without keeping back. Value addition is the best. If you don't add value to what you're doing, so we need to approach agriculture as a business. Be coming into it that you want to make profit. 1,000 layers, 15 pigs. That's fine. That one is not too much now. At least you can use those ones. You can use those ones to learn agriculture, understand how profitable the whole business is, and due to the fact that you have a good staff, your project will not fail. Because bad management is another reason why many Nigerians who are in the diaspora fail in agriculture. Because after committing all the dollars, all the pounds, then you see one uh, careless farm manager. We want to divert the money to eat, buy clothes, drive cars. Okay, Mr. Mando is asking me whether I have off takers. Now, what kind of product are you talking about? Because okay, maybe you're asking Femi. I think he's speaking to Femi. Woo! Ogafemi has planted 1,500 cashew trees. Ah, see, I want to visit your farm, please. Ogafemi, let me drop my WhatsApp number for you. I would love to visit your farm. Okay, so my advice for you, now that you have Oga Kenny, welcome. Good evening to you. How are you doing? Where are you watching me from? Happy Christmas. Send my chicken, send my rice. So, Oga Femi, this is my advice for you. You have done so much. 1,500 stand. Now, what you need to do is to maintain those 1,500 stands that you have, to maintain them, take good care of them, let them start growing. You can be adding little by little every year. So you mustn't plant all the land that you have. The 1,500 stands you have, maybe you do another 50. Okay, Oga Ken is watching me from Germany. How is Germany today? I have one of my clients, a Nigerian who is based in Germany. He planted palm trees on a 50 plot of land in Isuka. Massive project. It's based in Germany too. Yes, it's enough. 1,500 is enough. It's more than 1 hectare. You get so it's enough. Not that it's enough. If you still have land, you can plant more, but you do it step by step. Maybe you give this one, let this one survive. Because what you need to understand is that the 1,500 that you planted this year, this is dry season, some might die. That is another thing. So my advice for you would be that wait for these ones. My advice for you would be that wait and see that all the 1,500 you have planted survive. They stand firm. Then you can decide to add maybe 200 next year, as long as you have the land. Because cashew is one thing that is high demand product. It's an export commodity. It's an export commodity. So it will give you a lot of return investment in the next 5 years. Can you see it now? 200 died. So it's normal thing with trees. If you plant maybe palm trees, cocoa, coconut, some must die. Harsh weather, maybe not planting well, the tap root was not cut well. So many complications. So you watch it so that you see which one has stabilized, which one has survived. Then you replace them. Okay, Oga Kenny, yes, we are fine in Nigeria. Nigeria is cool. We are all good. We are still managing with our leaders. We are still managing with our leaders. Okay, Femi, that's fine. Yeah, makes sense. No, you have secured your retirement. Now you can come back to Africa. You can come back, maybe buy a house in Abuja or buy a house in Lagos. You stay there, you visit your farm, you come back, enjoy your life. You have secured. Honestly, in the next 5 years, if you're still in Canada, you just choose to be there. In the next 5 years, Oga Femi, you can honestly come back. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, thank you so much, Funke. You're right. And that was why I told you slow it down because next rainy season, in Nigeria we are just entering dry season now, so we still die. So by next rainy season, you replace them. Okay, Oga Kenny say I have in mind to raise local chicken and set up maggot production. Why? So Oga Kenny, why local chicken? Instead of local chicken, you should do noilers. So Oga Kenny, if you can hear me, that is my honest advice for you. Instead of to do local chicken, you can do noilers. Noilers can give you eggs on the farm too, and they are very strong, and their meat is strong like local chicken. Because local chicken does not make sense. Do noilers, do maggots, use the maggot to feed them. Makes sense that way. Oga Femi, do you want to buy the whole Nigeria? Why are you doing us like this now? You bought another 18 acres this week. No finish land for Nigeria for us now. No, your 18 acres that you have bought. Since you're already into plantation, just plant cashew nuts. Go ahead and do your cashew. Whoa. My diaspora community, you people are not smiling, no. JJ. You people Oga Funke say he planted 20 acres this year. Eh, that's good. I wish you good luck. So maybe Funke, what he's saying now is that maybe Auntie Funke has a boho on the farm. So your workers will use it to irrigate the trees this dry season. If not, you will have a lot of damages. Okay, 11 acres. Yeah, you can still go ahead and plant your cashew because I believe this cashew now is the best. Just like Auntie Funke here planted 20 acres. So go ahead and plant your acres. Ahead. Auntie Funke are prepared because that is the best way, boho and well. So that you know, say Nigeria, if boho fuck up now, the well will still serve you. Okay, Auntie Funke, where is your farm located? One of my viewers is asking here, where is your farm located? Okay, so my WhatsApp contact is there. I think someone was asking me that they need me to do something for them also. So you can just reach out to me on WhatsApp. So what's my view on coconut planting? See, for me, if you put coconut, palm tree, cashew nuts, and cocoa, I'll pick them ahead of cocoa. How many people are buying it? What is the market like? Because in Nigeria here, we are importing coconut from Ghana, Togo, Benin Republic. So if you have your coconut here, you make profit. Not that it's a bad business, but for me, I will rank cashew, I will rank palm trees, I will rank cocoa ahead of coconut. So Auntie Funke, we want to know where your farm is located. Are you also in Ogun State? Ogbomosho is good for cashew nut now. So Oga Femi say he has a farm in Oga Femi is telling he say he has a farm in Ogun State and Ogbomosho. Ogbomosho is best for cashew nuts. So you can plant your cashew nuts in Ogbomosho. So can you see why if we listen to where I started, I say one of the reasons why many diasporans fail in agriculture is that they start too big. So just imagine now, Mommy Funke say she planted 20 acres. 20 acres is not small money. And then let's assume if she had bad staff and that project fail, it will touch her. Because I know she invested so much volume of dollars or pounds. It's not cheap. If she can give us an idea of how much first purchasing 20 acres, buying the hybrid cashew nut to plant, it's not cheap money. So many times people in the diaspora, because you guys have access to capital, you do it too much. You do it too much. It's good that you start small. That is what I'm telling. Femi here. But Femi have started with a good number. 5,000 birds, 1,000 birds is not bad. Oga say, I have a fan in Kwara State, just testing 1 acre with super gen oil to see how it will do. It's not bad. No, it's good for you to test. It's good for you to see what is there. Then you expand. Yeah. So for me, that is the issue. Having good people, having good people. Leave Uncle now, he's sleeping. What do you want? Tell your mommy. Gaddafi, 1 minute, please. I want to attend to my kids shortly. I'll be back. 1 minute. Gaddafi, Gaddafi, Gaddafi. Oh, what's it? Eh, hmm. Okay, I'm back. Okay. Yes. You didn't start planting everything at once. Yeah, so that is the best approach. No, now you can't compare what is rubber. You can't compare rubber with palm oil now. Palm oil is a far, far more better project than rubber now. Though depending on the market, if you have a good market for rubber, you go ahead and do it. Let me do this one. That's one. I'm back. Yes, in terms of Gary, you're not the only person that have lost in Gary this year. In fact, the whole of cassava, we lost a lot of money in cassava production this year. What's the problem? It's not yogurt, it's soya milk. Do you want to drink? Rafi, find one container of soya milk that is small and bring my cup for me. So I will reduce it, then give her the remaining one. Shea butter, or sorry, shea nuts. These are is a product is a tree that will not mature quick. Oh, in the next 10 years, it never still produce. It's a wild plant. So Nigerian government has even banned the. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be. I'll be him out for. Ashanti so talk for so fan tonga. Apa Ashanti ayera. King has finished his own, ba. Wahala dey. You cannot finish that one. For me, planting shape nut trees, that one is not investment for me. It doesn't make sense. It's a white tree now everywhere in the bush. If you come to Niger State, we have it a lot in Niger State. So it's not something that I will pick my money and go and invest in it as the way I will plant cashew nut or cocoa. No. Yeah, we have hybrid of share trees. We have it. I think I had someone in Ghana who told me that they have for sale. I don't know in Nigeria, but Ghana has one among the best share in Africa. So many of them have developed a hybrid trees. So I know of Ghana. I don't know of any seller of the hybrid in Nigeria anyway. What's your problem? You have finished your own soya milk now. I take. You're playing a long term game, so price drop should not be your determinant factor that you're considering now. So cocoa drop price this year, does it mean that it will still be down next year? Planting all those plenty things for me is even stress. I could just focus on cashew. Yes, the price drop, but that does not mean you should be doing everything in agriculture. Feeling you will do that to protect yourself. It's distraction. You will even lose more. So it's better for you to pick a niche in agriculture and focus on. I'm telling you, you can't do everything in agriculture now. I've made that mistake too. Trying to say, let me have this one. Let me. It's not okay. Janet is watching me from Abuja. How is Abuja today? Okay, great. You're watching me from Norway. I think you're just joining, so it's possible you might not get the whole gist for today. Nice to meet you too. Nice to meet you too. Abuja is great. Okay, that's good news. So you are not inviting me for Christmas. Hmm. Supposed to invite me for Christmas. So you're just joining me from Norway, so you might not get the full gist. So what we are saying here is that as a Nigerian in the diaspora, when you want to approach agriculture, approach it as a business and not just an empowerment program that you want to do for your community. I've made a video on that, so you can also check my channel, search, click on my channel, check videos. You will see the video, a 43-minute video. Settle down, watch it, so you don't make mistakes. Because I've consulted for a lot of diaspora, and many of them will tell you, "I will not invest in Africa again. I've lost money. This person ran away with my money. This one happened." So you see some of the reasons why people run away with your money. Some of the reason and bulk of those mistakes are yours. So when you master them, many people in the diaspora are doing business. So you just join in. If you check our comment here, you will see I have Auntie Mommy Femi here with me. I have Ogan, sorry, Mommy Funke here with me. Oga Femi here with me, Kenny with me. They are all in the diaspora and they have an agricultural project here. Oga Femi, his layers started dropping eggs. He has plantations. So how are they doing it? How I wish I can bring Oga Femi life to even explain to us. I don't know. I want to do commercial cage layer farming, but I'm afraid I won't get buyers. Do you mean getting buyers for eggs? What do you mean? Yeah, yeah, I know your life. Maybe like it would have been a video call, but we can't do that now. Maybe some other time. So I wanted to do something here. Let me see. They are okay. Let's not assume. Let's be calculative now. So where do you intend to set up your farm? Which of the states in Nigeria are you looking at setting up your farm? Let me know the state. Then we'll look at how to get buyers. Okay, Rwanda is not. I was thinking maybe you're in Nigeria. I'm so sorry about that. But here in Nigeria, honestly, we have buyers. In fact, we are even here to meet up with our local demand. So there is no poultry farmer or someone who has layer farming in Nigeria that will tell me they are looking for buyers. Buyers will even come to your farm here in Nigeria. Once they know that you have birds and they are producing eggs, they can come. Sometimes they can even pay you money ahead of time, like book to say, okay, be supplying to me. So here in Nigeria, we don't have challenge of buyers for our layers. So I've not been to Rwanda. I don't know how Rwanda is. So Ogafemi, you can see that the person is not. Uh, is it Aiki? Aiki is not in Nigeria. He's in Rwanda. So we don't know his Rwanda environment well. Yeah, you can see Femi. It's not. It's not. Thank you, Kemi. Okay, Aiki is asking me what is the biggest risk if I start in Nigeria. I'm in vacation in Rwanda right now. The biggest risk in Nigeria. Okay, so let's look at the issue of risk this way. The first risk is your knowledge of how Nigeria business is being done in Nigeria. Because the way business is being done in Nigeria is not the same way business is done in Rwanda. Yeah, we Africans we have everything in common, but there are little changes. We all have bad leaders. We all have insecurity challenges in most parts of Africa. So the biggest risk you are going to face is you don't know the environment yet. So it's a risk for you. Apart from that, I know honestly, Africa, our challenge is one. We have one singular mistake, bad leaders, you know. So the bad leaders we have in Nigeria, if you go to Ghana, they still have them there. If you go to Kenya, they have bad leaders. If you go to Cameroon, they have bad leaders. If you go to they just well, our problems are the same. We have the working, we have the labor, the youth, the population to do the work. They are there. So my one of the biggest risks for you is that you don't understand Nigerian market. how to work with the native, how to speak with Nigerians, how because we are a very special breed of people. There is a way you approach us that will help you actualize what you want to actualize, and then there is a way you approach us that it will not turn out good for you. So you need to understand how to do business with Nigerians. We're very simple people. And one thing I know about Nigerians is that we love foreigners more than even Nigerians ourselves. I think that is an African thing, right? While I was in Ghana, some of my Ghana people were telling me Ghanaians love Nigerians more than Ghanaians themselves. So if a Ghanaian comes to Nigeria, a typical Nigerian man will love the Ghanaian more than me, who is a Nigerian. So if you come to Nigeria now, set up your fan, and we get to know that okay, you're from Rwanda, my people will love you more. They will show you more love, more respect. They'll be willing to help you actualize your goal. That is it's an African thing. I don't know whether it's so in Rwanda, but we always rank other people higher than our people. So you don't have any fear. Like I said, once you understand how we do, you'll be able to do it big and you make a lot of money. If you set up your layer fan either in Lagos or Abuja, some of the villages around these big cities, you make a hell lot of money. Zero Hunger says watching me from Niger State. How is Governor Bago? Happy Christmas and New Year in advance. I want to expand my layer farm next year. Yeah, by next year, the best you have now, come and give me. Give me, let me drink now. Don't allow it to spoil. So by next year, the layers you have now should be maybe let's say getting to 1 year plus now. So definitely you can restock or expand. No, no, no. I told you now. I say Nigerians will not affect. They will love you. Oh, Dowry is just joining me from Lagos, from USA. How is US? How is Donald Trump? How is Trump? How is everyone? How is your family? How are you guys doing for Christmas, New Year? Yeah, no, 500 is good. Gradual. Okay, yeah. Okay, so we thank God for Governor Baguna. Yeah, I was in Lambata now. I visit Lambata frequent. Okay, Dra say he sent me say he sent me message on WhatsApp. I'll check. This is my WhatsApp phone here. So after here, I'll go through my WhatsApp. So a beginner poultry farmer, you can start with 5,000 layers. If you have the financial capacity and you have the right management team, people who are experienced, 5,000 is not bad. May Nigeria no fear you. Come and set up your fans. Oh. People are doing it on this live stream. Where Ogafemi, where Kenny, where Auntie Funke, they are in the diaspora like you, and they have their fans here. So you need to ask questions. Come and set up your fan. Thank you so much, Ogafemi. Okay, I just saw Dread. I just saw your notification now. Let me see. I just got your notification. It didn't appear on my phone. Yeah. Thank you so much. See, my goal is that I've done a lot of mistakes in agriculture. So I always see it as if someone is coming to invest in agriculture, you should approach it in the right way. And that is why I share my ideas here. So Drake say he has been harboring his farming dreams for 10 years. Wallahi, let's bring that dream. Let's bet that child by next year. Inshallah. Let's bring it out next year. Start your farm, no matter how small. If the farm fail, you learn. Don't say okay, you can't do it. Many people are failing it, but some people, and thank God that you're meeting me. I'm proud of that. Nobody is doing what I'm doing on YouTube. Nobody. I've checked. I don't just share stories. I teach. If you listen to my videos, you will see that there are some things that when I say, if you settle down, many people reach out and say, what you say there is true, happened to me so, because I know. Olafemi say most of his workers are from Jos, Plateau State. That's fine. So, Mr. Hector, if you want to invest in Nigeria, let me know. My WhatsApp number is there. Let's set up a farm for you. Okay, so yes, you need to treat your staff well. That's all. How much will it cost to set up a 5,000 capacity? 5,000 standard farm. You know, this 5,000 that you're saying is depending on the kind of equipment we're using. What kind of cage are you looking at? Are you looking at fully automated? To get that everything fully automated, the price is different. Are you looking for manual one? The price is different. So it's the project that you want to do that determine how much. Another question: $10,000 USD, good startup capital. Of course, it's good capital. And in Nigeria, it's good startup capital. I don't know about Rwanda, but in Nigeria, $10,000. $10,000 is around 14 million or so in Nigeria. So it's good one. So the case that you're saying 2.5 million is depending on the kind of case. Hmm? Go and watch your movie. Yeah, point of laying 8,000 per one is not bad. Uh, I would recommend buying of the land. Land is cheap. In Nigeria, land is cheap. I don't know about Rwanda, but going into this kind of farm, poultry farm, it's better for you to buy the land, purchase the land. $10,000 can start Yeah, $10,000 can get you a cage, but it will not be able to build the entire farm. Oh. Because what we are seeing here is I'm speaking about Nigeria, right? So $10,000 should be around. Let me check. Let me check so that I can tell you. I have a business plan on that. I have a business plan on that. I will share it on this channel. So you will need to. I recommend buying of land. I recommend buying of land. Though. Land is cheap. So if you rent land and build that kind of structure, will you move it when the person say get out of my land? And you know Nigerians were very funny people, or let me say Africans. You rent the land, you stress, fix everything. The person will tell you, I've increased my rent, or I don't want to rent it out again. What happens to your business? You know, cassava can stay in the ground for up to 1 year, depending on the soil. In my community, cassava can stay for 1 year. $10,000 to Naira. Thank you so much. So I will drop. I'm recording another video, detailed video on setting up um what is it called now? Layers farm, the cost analysis, battery cage, everything. So I will drop it here, and I will advise you to, yeah, start processing business is another solid business. I've written a business, a detailed business plan on that now. It's here on this channel. You can check it, get a business plan, go through it, and see if it's a business that you can invest your money into. So cassava starch, I think in that business plan you will need around, I think it's around 100 million or so, depending on the capacity. We have Chinese companies that can come to Nigeria, install the machines for you, you know, everything. They will train you how to use the machines, run your business, make your profits. They teach all of that. So what I think what you'll be looking at is the market. Cassava starch. You know, we have paper companies, we have clothes companies. They all buy cassava. They all buy cassava starch. And also another one is cassava flour. Cassava flour also is another big money. And then cassava ethanol is another big money too. Okay, Promise is watching me from the UK. I'm trying to pronounce the first name. I cannot. Is it Amafo? Prince Promise is watching me from the UK. Happy Christmas for you. How is the UK? How is the weather? I know UK is not that cool like Canada, right? How are you guys coping up there? So Promise, let me know if you already have a fan or you want to invest into agriculture. Do you have a fan or you're looking at investing into agriculture? Let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much for a Promise. Yeah, we thank God for that. That insecurity has been a big issue for us in agriculture, bro. We are hoping that our leaders will leave politics alone and do what is needed. So, I got promise. Let me know. Do you have a fan? Okay. Okay, promise. Say I'm a newcomer. I've tried fish drying, that is processing. Was nice before I left Niger. Okay. Yeah, you're well done. So, who again is saying? I think the two major problems for people in the diaspora is lack of trust and insecurity when it's about agriculture in Nigeria. Lack of trust is there. But how about the five things that are stated that made many people who are in the diaspora to fail in agriculture? If you tick the boxes on that one, the issue of trust will be sorted. Because one thing I know is that if you want to trust me now, why will you send me 10 million? Maybe you can trust me with maybe 500K, 1 million, 2 million, So trust is a big issue. Even we who are here in Nigeria, we have trust issue now. Oh my goodness. That is a very sad testimony. So have invested three times, lost $200,000, twice in agriculture and once in printing company. Everything worked well until they embezzled the funds. I understand you well. We that we are here, that is what I'm saying. We that we are here, we are facing these twins. But due to the fact that others are doing it well, it therefore means say I put one in jail, the other one is part of my family. So today I don't invest unless I go back to Africa. It's not bad. It's not a bad decision. But again, there are other businesses that you would have invested in. So that agricultural business that you say you invested $200,000, what was the kind of agriculture? What was the kind of agriculture that you did, so that others can learn? Because there are some agricultural business. If you have watched my videos well, I always shout here that don't put your money into, as someone who is in the diaspora. I say it many times when I say that, people feel discouraged because the truth of the matter is that me, I'm a consultant. So if you reach out to me and say, okay, Denison, help me and draft a business plan. I want to invest in fish farming in my village. I'll do it for you. You go and do the project with fish. It's not my fault. I'll collect my money. But I always tell people that, Kai, since you're not in Nigeria, setting up a poultry farm is risky. What is your management team like? Do you trust those people? If you don't trust them, why not do other businesses